Hello and welcome back to another cast from the Summer Cup 2024 in Shogun 2. This is a battle from the quarterfinal, which I played in the uh, reddish banners against Greyhound. This is still a best of three, so the best of fives only start in the semifinal. And we are here on the map Caldera, which was my map pick. And yeah, let's go over the armies real quick. I'm maybe you can hear it, but I was very sick for the last 2 weeks, and I'm still somewhat struggling to speak the way I usually do. So I have to catch my breath a lot. So maybe I will talk a little bit less in this cast. So anyway, my plan for this battle was to go through the center here with two bowcalf units, one level 9 and one level 1 and one level 9 with extended range, and to harass my opponent from this center lake, and while being very conservative with the rest of my build. So I have, or I had hidden here a Matchlock Ash with a Nagi attendant, but seeing that Greyhound chose to go the other side, I'm pulling them towards the center from my army, since it's pointless to have them remain hidden here. So one Matchlock, then I have some Nagi Warrior Monks, Yari Sam, Bulletproof Sam, Long Yari Ash, Nagi Warrior Monk, Yari Sam. So very mixed infantry build, no swords. And then calf-wise, I have 4 Yari Calf rank 2, in addition to the 2 bow calves and the hidden light calf. Already doing some harassing here with my 2 bow calves, although good blocking from Greyhound with his bulletproof, which means that I will have to manually change targets and disable auto fire with my bow calf, which is more micro intensive. So Greyhound has some Yari calf, fire calf, rank 6, coupled with 2 light calf. Also here, Yari calf rank 5, coupled with a light calf. Very strong calf contingent, somewhat stronger than my own. He does have a leadership general, as do I. And aside from this bulletproof, which I already mentioned, he also has a Yari Sam rank 5, 4 no Dachi, and a Matchlock Warrior Monk with extended range. And yeah, so my thinking here is to get the Sword Dojo, to at least attempt to get the Shrine, but it's unlikely that I will get it. And then try to focus fire with my bowcalf. Some high value units, especially this Matchlock Warrior Monk, is in my sights as a unit that I really want to kill with my bows. But at the same time, Greyhound's doing the right thing, doing lots of surrounding maneuvers with his calf and basically his whole army, using the protection from the tree line against my bows, and he just keeps pushing with his spears, with his bulletproofs, to try to draw fire from my bow calf, targeting some Nodachi here. And all the while, Greyhound is attempting some fake charges with his cavalry. Here, this is also a good move by Greyhound, using these Nagi tendons to attempt to decap the Sword Dojo and at least keep my high value units here busy. I don't like this very much, so very soon you will see that I will commit a lot of units to just kill this one Nagi attendant, because I really want the Sword Dojo, or keep it at least, because I already have it at this point. Here we see some fire from the Matchlock Warrior Monks against my Long Yari. Now I'm returning fire with my bows, targeting this Matchlock Warrior Monk. So far I'm pretty content with how things are going. But of course I'm going to, when I play with an army like this, I'm constantly having to react and there's very little initiative for me to take, because in a one-on-one frontal assault, I just don't have enough to withstand it. So I just have to pick and choose my fights, retreat a lot, and try to bait my opponent into fights that I can win. And one of these fights, I think I can win here with my long Yari. So I'm baiting him into my spear wall. It's only attendance, but at least it buys me time to retreat my other units. Here I try to chase him off the shrine with only moderate success, so he retreats here with his Nodachi. And here I committed, I think, 2 calves and 2 heavy melee units to kill off these Nagi attendants, so I can keep the sword dojo. And you see my Bokav rank 1 only 5 kills for some reason. I don't know why that is. My other Bokav's firing, targeting these Nodachi, doing lots of damage. Very good. And so far at this point in time, I'm very happy with how things are going. My long Yari are getting lots of kills from frontal engagements. I'm just not getting the best out of my Bokav so far. Here we see some slight skirmishes between our calf. Greyhound doesn't want to fully commit. His thinking is that he needs his calf for the late game to kill off my Bokav. Here we see my Nagi Warrior Monks beating his Nodachi. And his Yari Sams are chasing my Yari Sams with his downhill charge, I think. This will go quite well for him, especially since his is rank 5. And while all this is happening, I have to make sure that my bows keep firing, which works okay with my rank 9 Bokav, but the kills just aren't there yet. My long Yari is still alive here, doing lots of work. Very impressive unit. Blocking a full fire calf from Greyhound. I think at this point Greyhound should maybe try to decap the sword dojo with the light calf to try to keep me busy. Here, I don't think I had the right attack order, so my Yari calf is getting destroyed by his fire calf. And in the center, I think I got some light calf into his Matchlock Warrior Monks, although with this counter I'm going to lose this one. And now the power bar is very much in my favor, thanks mostly to my long Yari and the 190 kills they got. But still, this is super difficult because I have 2 Bokav still alive, which I need very much in order to win the late game, and a Matchlock Ashigaru, which didn't really enter the game so far, which requires a lot of micro to protect. And now the chasing game begins, where his calf, and he has lots of calf left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, begins chasing my Bokavs. And of course, while I'm running away, it's difficult to keep firing. This Bokav rank 1 only on 26 kills so far. Not satisfied here. And I only have 1 melee calf, which I'm trying to counter here now. Coupled with my Nagi tenants in the back. I hope to stop this force at least. Although for some reason his Yari calf is managed to pull through, which is a big problem for me. Here my Bokav is getting charged in the back. I'm readjusting my Matchlock Ash, hoping to get some volleys on this fire calf. But this is very messy. I keep trying to bait him into my Nagi attendants, but his calf keeps getting away with it and going through. And infantry-wise, I'm getting very thin here. I only have one Nagi Warrior Monk left, which is enough to kill off this Noda tree in the bulletproof, but there's a 90-man Noda tree left as well, which would be too much for my Nagi Warrior Monk. My general is in stand and fight, which was a last-ditch attempt to save him. Still has horses technically, but yeah, I just can't really get my bowcalf into the game. Getting chased here. Now I try to bait him again into my line of fire from the matchlocks, hoping to kill some calf, but instead of firing, they are readjusting their positioning. And now this is game over for my rank 9 bowcalf. I managed to get into the matchlock warrior monks, but now I won't be able to get out of there alive. Finally, my matchlocks are shooting his calf, but there's still 40 men Yari calf rank 5, and no more protection for my matchlock. That's just not enough. Even with the sword dojo, none of the other dojos are in anyone's control. And this will be the last stand from my matchlocks. My Nagi warrior monks at least routing their opponents, but it's a little bit too late to help my army now. My general is routing. And at this point, with a Noda tree left on the field, there's just no way for me to win, so I concede the game at this point. Very close, but definitely something that I think was winnable for me with some better bowcalf micro in the beginning of the game. It's very difficult when the infantry engagement starts to make proper use of the bowcalf, because sometimes they just stop firing if you don't give them manual orders every time. And I think that might have been the reason why they had such low kills mid-game. So 55 kills for my rank 1 bowcalf and 86 for my rank 9. Both of those numbers are too low, I think. And yeah, also targeting calf probably would have been more beneficial aside from the focus against the matchlock warrior monks, which was also decent. But yeah, Long Yari Ash kept me in the game for a very long time. Outstanding performance, 224 kills. Bulletproof doing well. But a very disappointing performance also from my Yari Sam, which just weren't highly vetted enough. On rank 2, they couldn't do much against his very strong infantry build. Yeah, very interesting game. My plan didn't fully work, but I think in theory it could work with some more practice when it comes to the execution. So with this, this means that Greyhound leads the best of 3 with 1-0, and I'll see you in game 2. Bye bye. And we are back with game 2 on Gunma Fields, which is Greyhound's choice. I think he picked it so far in every match of this tournament. We have a farmhouse and an archery dojo. So none of them particularly high value for either of us, but I do prioritize the farmhouse since it at least helps my rush build in the sense that it reduces or it increases the stamina, so my troops get less exhausted over time. So I have my Waco Raider going for the farmhouse, Waco Raider on rank 6. Then I have a Spear Core, 3 Lone Sword Ashigaru rank 9, one Nodachi rank 2, protected by Naginata attendants, and I have one Matchlock Samurai Vanilla. Calf-wise, I have two Yariki rank 2 on the right with the light calf, one more light calf in the center, and Fire calf rank 4 with a Yari calf rank 2 and the light calf on the left. On the right, I also have a Yari Samurai rank 2, just in case he's sending something to the archery dojo. And yeah, my general is still a leadership gen, as is Greyhound's. And Greyhound also has a sword core, so he has 1, 2, 3, 4 Nodachi rank 2, Yari Sam rank 6. He has a Matchlock Warrior Monk extended range, and also a Wacko Raider rank 6. So identical stats to mine. And calf-wise, he has Yari calf rank 6, light calf, Spears of Shitsugatake, very interesting, Yari calf rank 6 and a light calf. And here he also has light calf, so I think a little less calfed than I have, but much more expensive. And yeah, he's acting very aggressive with his calf, trying to push me out of this forest. In the meantime, I'm trying to get light calf through this gap into his back just to be annoying, with no clear plan what to do with it. I just want it behind him. So yeah, the calf engagement beginning, I think I get the better charge here in the sense that I block the charge of his units. And also my infantry core is closer to the calf fight than his, so I could potentially get some swords into it, which he recognizes now and pulls back. But so far I think this was a good exchange for me. Here is some miss micro by Greyhound, walking into the fire of my Matchlock Samurai, which I now have to retreat. And here on the left, it's pretty messy because we keep charging in and pulling out and charging in and pulling out. So it's a bit of a cat and mouse game. Here, Greyhound almost got a clean charge into my lone swords. I don't know why he cancelled his charge. I think maybe he got a little bit scared from my light calf, but I think he should have continued it. Oops, sorry. And in the center, we see the main engagement starting. Lone Sword and Nodachi against Wacko and Nodachi. And here I'm also using my general avatar to get a good charge bonus against these Nodachi, which is very efficient here. 15 kills against Nodachi. Not bad for leadership general on the charge. And here on the left, my lone swords are cleaning up the infantry support from Greyhound. Very good engagement so far, I think, for my calf. Now I'm trying to keep harassing him. There's still the piece of Shitsugatake in the mix, but I think I can win this fight. At the same time, some of my units wavering. I think I have to pop some Banzai very soon. Here I already did with my lone sword. But calf-wise, it's looking very good for me. My Yari calf destroying his light calf. My Matchlock Samurai firing on 40 kills already. Here I have to pop, I pop Banzai to keep my lone swords fighting. And the light calf that I had in the back, in the meantime, got into these Matchlock Warrior Monks, which Greyhound couldn't really get into the game so far. 10 kills only for a very expensive unit. Now he's trying to snipe my general, but he doesn't have a perfect line of sight. I think only a couple men in the unit can actually fire. And I'll try to keep harassing him with my light calf. At the same time, his Yari calf got into my Matchlock Sam, which I will be able to protect with my own light calf, or at least get my Matchlock Samurai out with the cover of my calf. And at this point, I think Greyhound lost every single sword unit in his build. So the combination of Lone Sword and Nodachi was very good against this Nodachi core. And these Yarisam arriving a bit late to the party on rank 6. I'm stopping them with my Waker Raiders, trying to get my Matchlock Samurai in position to fire. But you can see Greyhound does not have enough left at this point in the fight. This Yarikav came back with 20 men, but I still have a 130 men Yarisam in the game, which is basically cavalry kryptonite, so I'm not worried about this unit. And at the same time, my Matchlock Sam will be able to do significant damage to this Yarisam. So at this point, I think this battle is over. And to be honest, I expected Greyhound to play a full Naginata Warrior Monk rush, because he's always done it so far in this tournament. Which is why I try to counter with a sword rush core. So I was very surprised that he played with 4 Nodachi himself and not with the Nagi Warrior Monks. But in the end, it still worked. I think my swords got the better engagements against his. And I think the two big investments, one in the Matchlock Warrior Monk and the other in the Spears of Shitsugatake, just didn't pay for themselves. And so in the end, I just got more out of my units, I think, considering what I paid for them. Waker Raiders performing very well. I think some of these skills are from supporting the calf fight. Also very happy with my Lone Swords. The calf doesn't have a great amount of kills, but they were mostly in calf versus calf engagements, so this is to be expected. And yeah, Greyhound also had a nicely performing Waker Raider. But these Matchlock Warrior Monks didn't find their way into the game. 15 kills in the end before they were destroyed by my light calf in the back. I think that was one of the major factors here. So, very interesting game. And this makes the best of 3 series tied at this point at 1-1. So there will be a tiebreaker for game 3, which is on Tokai Valley, a map that is very rarely played, but it was randomized as the tiebreak map. So yeah, I think this is it for game 2, and I'll see you on Tokai Valley in game 3. Bye bye. And we are back on game 3 on Tokai Valley, with a farmhouse, which is closer to my side, and a sword dojo closer to Greyhound's side. Obviously, both of us will be more interested in the sword dojo. So both of us are positioning our main army towards this forest patch next to the sword dojo. So basically, it's a run for the hill at the beginning of this game. Build-wise, I have a light calf on the left, again trying to get into Greyhound's back. I have a sword attendant going for the farmhouse, a Matchlock Sam vanilla going for the sword dojo, and my main core consists of 3 Naginata Warrior Monks rank 6, a Nodachi rank 2, a Long Yariash rank 4, and a Bulletproof Samurai rank 4. Calf-wise, I have 2 Yarikav rank 2, 4 Yarikav rank 2, 2 Light Calf, and my Leadership General. Greyhound has a very similar approach to his army, which is quite interesting to see because, as I said at the end of game 2, this map is very rarely played. So yeah, I just found it interesting that we both had a similar approach to this map. So he also has a core of Naginata Warrior Monks. He has 4 instead of 3. And he also coupled them with one no-dodge unit and a bulletproof SAM. And the main part of his cavalry is hidden, but again, he went for a somewhat more highly vetted heavy cav, most of which I think is on rank 6, coupled with light cav. So he's a little bit stronger in the cav department. But I'm very confident here when it comes to the infantry, especially with his long Yari, which gives me the ability to really close down aspects of this map with the spear wall. So I'm being very aggressive here with my long Yari, especially since there are no matchlocks for him on the field. And yeah, here I'm killing off his attendants, which forces him to react by going downhill because he doesn't want me to get the sword dojo. So his bulletproofs are rushing down, going for my matchlock Sam. At the same time, I will attack his bulletproof with my own. And I should be able to get a very nice downhill charge here. And then also sandwich him with my attendants. So his bulletproof is somewhat more highly vetted, but yeah, it's already wavering just from the morale shock of getting shot in the back, even though it's a bulletproof SAM. So I think this will be very cost efficient for me here. At the same time, again, my long Yariash getting some frontal kills, absolutely tearing apart this Nodachi. And I think some of the other 80 kills were coming from attendants. And here I'm just delaying the cav fight, knowing that he has somewhat stronger cavalry. Trying to support also with my Nagi warrior monks. But yeah, I really shouldn't take this cav fight, and so I'm trying to be patient, especially since the infantry fight is going very well. And now I'm also waiting to get the sword dojo. Here I'm actually countering with my cav, but I think I will pull out very quick. Yep. And this light cav in the back, just harassing Greyhound, forcing him to do lots of micro in the center. And now I'm actually taking the cav fight. I think I'm actually able to get some decent charges here, even though my cav is weaker. Here I managed to get the Yari cav rank 2 into his general in stand and fight. His general's down to 9 men. Although I'll probably lose this cavalry. Not sure if this was worth it. And the problem for me is his bulletproof SAM returned from routing and is now denying me the sword dojo, and I can't really route it off with my matchlocks because they don't really care about the bullets. So yeah, this is a bit awkward. But I got my general in stand and fight to support the infantry engagement. My horse is actually blocking the charge bonus from Greyhound's Yari cav. Yeah, so the numbers are very much in my favor, although Greyhound got a nice downhill charge with his Nagi warrior monks. But still, they are losing decisively and wavering now. I lost the cav fight here in the end, although I still have a rank 2 Yari cav in the center next to the general. And my long Yariash on 100 kills, rushing to get back into the fight. I think they were routing for a moment. We both popped War Cry on each other. But yeah, I still have a matchlock, a Nagi warrior monk, a bulletproof, a Nodachi, and one more Nagi warrior monk in the mix, which is just too much to handle for Greyhound. My long Yari charging into the back now as well. And here I decided that I'm tired of shooting his bulletproof SAM and getting my matchlock SAM up the hill to maybe support the fight here. His general is out of stand and fight now, using his bow, but it won't do much. Of course, to affect the battle. And now his last 2 units are wavering. So again, just like in game 1, the absolute MVP of this match was the Long Yariash, taking out a no Dachi for very little casualties in return. And from then on, I think it went downhill for Greyhound's infantry corps, especially the sandwich and the downhill charge of my bulletproofs against his really broke his neck. Yeah, no surprises here, I think. Sword Attendant's 50 kills, very nice to see. But yeah, this was a game where I didn't really rely too heavily on my cavalry. I just needed to micro it a little bit to negate his own cav advantage. But in the end, this game was won by my infantry. Yeah, his bulletproof 47 kills. Got caught and got caught in a position where it was difficult to get out of. Yeah, very interesting game. And this means that I won the quarterfinals 2-1 and move on to the semi-final against the winner of Clayton and Spice Merchants, a game which I will still have to cast. And Greyhound will move down into the lower bracket, where I'm sure I'll also cast his future games. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon in some of the other battle casts from the tournament. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.